Yo, we are back, It's No Filter Football with one of our debate shows. Tonight it's all about Werner. What basically, he's a very divisive player. We're going to be discussing that on with Will. Hi, Will.
Hey, what's good?
That's good, mate. And Real Chris, how are you, dude?
Hi, people. Yeah, I'm all good.
You're all good. Marshall should be joining us in a few minutes. Kai, I think, as well. No Slendz tonight, but you've got us lovely people. And thank you for all guys waiting in the chat and sending in your messages already. Bit of admin, like and share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or send on to other people to subscribe. We've got a lot of new subscribers in the past month or so. So YouTube been trying to screw us out a little bit, but we're hoping to add more content and be more, have more shows, etc., etc. You can subscribe to the channel, like I said, Twitter. I'm losing my mind here. What am I talking about? Anyway. Access to Twitter, Discord in the description, so we can actually go forward. But yeah, thank you for joining us. If you want to donate to the channel, please, you can send a super chat at the bottom. We will read out every single super chat. But yeah, I think what we're going to do beforehand is I don't think we'll go over a bit of the transfer news, because it's it's all just a big mess at the moment, and I think maybe people are sick of talking about the transfer news. The transfer news is this: we haven't signed anyone yet, apart from the goalkeeper. No new news on Kunde. Conflicting reports about Lukaku and Haaland. People with conspiracy theories about Sunday Funday. Lizard people, tinfoil hats, black helicopters. Some guy called Pero wearing the same outfits on different days. Saying, why are Norwegian people in Norway? That's because they're where they're from. Another randomness like that. But if he comes, of course, Haaland will come, and everyone should celebrate. If Lukaku comes, Lukaku will come, and everybody will celebrate. And if you doubt Haaland was coming, or if you doubted some people telling you Haaland was coming, don't ever take any abuse from them and say they're going to put you in the mud, because that just means they're just in it for themselves and they're all for their own agendas. But that's my little rant over. Right, so it was an actual game yesterday, guys. Amazingly, was it called Will? Was it Mind? What's it called? Mind.
The Mind series. It is
Mind series. Now, it's got Arsenal. It's just Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea in it. Is that right?
Yeah, just us three. Yeah.
Now, Will was very kind enough to purchase that for us on KH and Filter Football, and we watched it on Discord together.
Well, we're doing more watch-alongs on there as well. So yeah.
Yes, we're doing more watch-alongs on there as well. Or Discord is in the description below. But real Chris, you was with us, weren't you, Chris? You were.
Sorry?
You were with us yesterday for the watch-along, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was watching literally two things at once. But yeah, I was watching.
Oh yeah, you were watching the F1. Yeah, that was right. Yeah. Okay, so what was? We'll go with you, Chris, first. What was? What do you think was most outstanding for you, or what did you take coming? What did you take from that game yesterday?
You know what? Like, literally that game was literally like last season as well. Like we played well. I actually thought like we played better than Arsenal. We created chances and we didn't really score that many, but I thought Arsenal didn't really show up in that game. But yeah, I thought my standout again, literally my standout for the preseason, like the whole preseason so far, it's been Ziyech. Ziyech has actually been stepping it up now. So I think he's going to be like Steph. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad this man has found us. Champions of Europe, we know who we are. Kevin Fraser, thank you very much for donating, my friend. Thank you very much. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, like Ziyech, like he's becoming more of a player like from I don't know, like more player like from Ajax maybe, like he's becoming himself again. I would say like he's literally creating, he's finding the lines and everything, creating chances and not being afraid either. And I think he's actually moving around a bit more compared to last season. So I don't know what's happened to him. So I think he's been my highlight, and literally Tammy Abraham, he's just not looking himself at all, and I don't think he's happy at Chelsea. So he's just missing chances. Like I don't see him missing actually many chances normally, and he's just missing them. So I don't know what's up with the guy. But yeah, I think it's been a decent preseason. We ain't lost a game, so I think we are getting ready for the season at least. And we're not like Arsenal losing most of our games.
No.
So at least we have that.
Kai may be here today. He may not. He's just doing a few things, but Kai will always be here, so don't worry about it. So I thought Tammy Abraham's the big one coming out for me yesterday. I think that was a typical Tammy Abraham performance. I mean, people might say it's a friendly, and I understand that, but I mean, could Leno give him more opportunities to score yesterday? I mean, every time Leno tried come out and try and give us the ball yesterday. I mean, Jesus Christ!
I actually thought Ziyech just almost took the piss out of him. Like he literally flicked the keeper.
Yeah.
He flicked the keeper like it's. Yeah, it's like FIFA Street with him. He's just flicking the keeper and everything, and he's just like dancing around him. Like it's just pre-season to him. He's just having fun with the mid-table team they are. So, as well, like even Pulisic, not Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi. I think he's making a right wing back or left wing back his new role. Like so, he gets minutes. I would say, like as a player. So he's actually looking good. Yeah, he's looking good there.
Yeah.
Because like. A team when we create like loads of chances and possession of the game, like I think Hudson-Odoi is useful. Like he's like another winger on a wing back. He doesn't really have to track back as much. So we don't really need Hakimi really. We just have Hudson-Odoi wing back if anything.
And this man, I think, impressed in little glimpses yesterday. Ruben Loftus butt cheeks. Impressed yesterday. What did you think of his overall performance? I know it was only first half.
I was impressed, to be fair. I did want to touch on him, actually.
Go on.
He played as a 6, which is not his out-and-out role, but I was really impressed. He looked more willing to drive on the ball.
Yeah.
He looked quite sharp. Him and Kovacic actually complemented each other quite well. Defensively, he was fine. So, yeah, I thought he was pretty good. Him and Hudson-Odoi played well. He seems to have that half a yard of pace back, which I've not seen from him in a while. He's beating players for fun.
Yeah.
Ziyech, I thought his off-the-ball work was really good. I was very impressed with it. He pressed well. He even used his right foot more than he does normally, and he had a couple of shots. He was unlucky not to score.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's one thing I will say. And I do love Pulisic, but I'm going to give him his fair criticism. I think he was really poor. I'm not saying it's necessarily all his fault because I don't think he's not made for that wing back. You don't really want Pulisic hugging the touchline. It's not really what he's best at. He's not like a monster creator either. So, I thought he was pretty poor, but I expect better things as he gets hopefully more minutes. Werner was his typical Werner performance. I thought good at everything up until the finish, although he got that assist. And Havertz, what can you say? Great finish from Havertz. On his weak foot.
Just want to move on to Havertz. Rajan, I think, have you been here before? I'm sorry if I don't recognise your name. You're gonna find that I am right about most things. So
you bastard.
I have to keep balance with the people I work with. That's all. Do you know what I mean? I have to be right all the time. But yes, Kai Havertz. What, 5-6 weeks without a game and 45 minutes in?
Man, I
looked
can't wait.
Tidy or what, Chris? He looked very good on his weak foot as well. That finish, didn't he?
Yeah, like you know what surprised me with like him as well. Like he actually used power, and it is on his weak foot. Like I don't really see him use the power enough in his shots in the season. Like last season, he's like trying to place it, and that's fine. But like a lot of times, it's just too weak, and it's like just smash it. You're like 6 yards away from the goal, just smash it in. And he just did that with his right foot. He looks like he has a lot into his game. He can play strike, he can play centre forward, right wing, attacking midfield. Like he's very talented for his age, and he's so good for it. Like, there's a lot of ways to describe the guy. He's just, I don't know, like how to describe him as much. Like he's just everything to Chelsea to have, and it's just a bright future for him.
Yeah, I'm expecting with or without a striker. I'm expecting him to have a big season. I'm not sure he'll be able to score the goals at the amount of goals that people seem to think he will, because he's not. For me, he's still not clinical. But I said to some. I think I might have even said to you guys the other day that I think he will. That what they'll do is because he's like 21, 22, he'll play so well that they'll do that thing. You know, when they'll give him like the young player of the year, and not give him like the full player of the year. But
I expect
he's excellent. No, he really is excellent. That's 45 minutes. He is so deceptively quick as well. It's unbelievable.
I think he clocked a quicker speed than Werner, I think, last year. I think Havertz and Rudiger are the quickest players in our squad.
Yeah.
Is that like in sprint? Like just like a quick
it might. I think it was in game actually, Chris. I think it was like in a match in game who clocked the highest speed all season. So.
Oh, that's good. We got another quick player and like attack then, I guess.
Well, that's what it is now, isn't it? It's like pace now. Pace and then skill, isn't it, really? It comes in that order. But let's... so that's basically our... Unless you guys want to say anything more about the game itself.
Oh, there's one player I was really impressed with, actually, that I thought went under the radar. Trevor Chalobah. I thought he really well.
Yeah.
I
think he's going to go out on loan, though, don't you?
Yeah, although I would keep an eye on him. Like, I hope he goes to the Bundesliga. I want to see how we can do there.
Marshall.
I'm good. Just my freaking mobile data just shut off while I was trying to get on the call. So now we're home. We're here, and sorry about that, guys.
No problem, mate. Just a little review of the game. Not like a big one, because obviously we've got the Werner thing. What did you think? Because we watched the game together. What did you think of the friendly overall?
I think there was a good amount of experimenting. That was nice to see. We got to see a 3-5-2 more so. We got to see a little bit of Ziyech in the middle instead of on the wings, which was nice to see. Ruben lost his cheek, proving he looked a lot better this game than he did the Bournemouth game. Seeing his driving runs, he obviously, he did hold on to the ball a little bit too long in some instances. He should learn when to let go of the ball and pass. Chalobah was pretty solid in the back. So was Dijon Sterling when he came on. There was a lot of positives in that game. Tammy's the biggest negative for me was Tammy, though. Tammy once again showing us the frustrations of just. We need a striker and we need someone that can put away goals. And, when he doesn't put away the goal, he doesn't point the finger at Michy Batshuayi and start arguing with him and saying that kind of bullshit, which that annoyed the hell out of me, seeing Tammy doing that. As if it was his fault, like as if Tammy didn't hold the ball for too long. I do want to see Broja more. Hopefully this isn't a sign that we're not going to give Broja a chance. But yeah, overall, really good signs. I know it's debatable that it should have been a tie, but at the end of the day, it's just a fucking.
He was offside.
I think he was offside too.
I think it went over line fine, but it's offside.
That's why they didn't give it. I swear.
It's a friendly. Get over it. It's a friendly.
Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Get over it. It's about. Yeah, I mean, is that how far you Arsenal fans, if you're any Arsenal fans watching, have fallen?
They're desperate. They're desperate.
You're blaming the referee in a friendly. I mean, how far have you fallen?
Do they get points for like a draw?
No, there's no points. It's just friendly.
Exactly.
I think if we beat Tottenham, I think we get like a mini trophy. But
that's why they're sorry.
Yeah,
I forgot after so many trophies, so I'd add that now. I mean,
it's meaningless.
So they can't even win their own Emirates Cup the past few years.
They lost.
Try and win this one. I'm sure Spurs will be going all out to add to their trophy amount. Having not won since the Audi Cup. But if you want to go, obviously, Sammy, big up to you, Sammy, bro. I think watched the game with us the other. He did something like that. But big up to you, bro, Sammy. What a voice! He is obviously a Timo backer. We don't hate Timo Werner. Okay, I think we're just frustrated. I think the major part of the Chelsea population, probably ones that really back him, are slightly frustrated. But let's talk about who we're talking about, and that's Timo Werner. I thought what we saw yesterday in 45 minutes, if I'm being fair, is a typical Timo performance. This past season. Fantastic vision, and because that pass, people
It's a
might
good
think that's a bit
pass,
easy. I've seen loads of people mess up that pass
Yeah.
before. So
Cross Barkley.
yeah, fantastic to actually measure the pass and actually put it into the path of Kai that he didn't really have to adjust his run. He just had to finish. So that's a good job. Yeah, big up, Sammy. Seriously, time.
Oh my God, this thing.
Oh, for God's sake, they deserve.
Yeah,
Can I
this guy
just
was crying.
address something? It's
They
not
deserve
just
8.9 for their diving.
Can I address something, Andrew?
Yeah,
I just need to get this off my chest. Listen,
go on, bro.
right here, you guys here in the community. Very
Josh.
wonderful chat we have here. Everyone here knows what we're about and knows that we're very genuine people. We say our opinions. We're very logical when it comes to our opinions. Maybe the only person you could say that, and we'll see it in this debate, the only person you could say that it veers towards unlogical is real Chris with his his Werner
Thank
agenda.
you.
But that's besides the point. That's besides the
trying to
point.
be logical.
The point is that
He's
like
so
most of
polite.
us here at Occasional Filter Football, and the reason I joined Occasional Filter Football is because of most of the YouTubers and people that have call-ins and have panels. We're of all of us here, we're all basically pretty grounded, and we use logic, and we say it like it is and see it like it is. That being said, though, there's a lot of YouTubers. When we've had plenty of awesome guests here that are very genuine and great content creators, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are very disingenuous in their opinions, and they're just trying to get you guys for their views and for your likes and all that stuff, and just lying to you and straight up telling you stupid things. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to name names, but there's just a lot of bullshit out there. And especially when it comes to the Werner debate, listen, we're going to be as grounded as possible here. Even real Chris knows there's like limitations to how far you can go with this Werner debate. But just saying right now, thank you guys for being here. Understand that when you come to this channel, you're getting grounded opinions and you're getting realistic opinions. None of this like, oh, Timo false 9, he's the best striker in English Premier League. All this bullshit that doesn't make any fucking sense. It has no fucking basic and logic. It's literally my best impression of someone that Andrew. I can't do it because I'm not that I'm not that homo. I can't do it.
Oh, no. Say that.
I can't do it.
Oh,
But listen, man, this is what I mean. Like, we're not going to be super delusional about Timo during this debate. We're not going to be super delusional about our striker situation. But like I said, we're going to be grounded on this debate, and we're going to say it like it is.
Yes. Okay, so we're not. It's not going to be part of those debates where we simply say, as you know, if you guys have been with us, who's shit, and then leave it like that. Okay?
He is a clinical striker.
That one was nearly spot on. I had the shivering down my spine on that one. But as I was saying, Josh, I put Josh. If he's still watching, I sent you a DM on Insta if you want to jump on me. Crofty, Haaland is coming. Good. I'm glad. I just hope it will be done soon. Right. So, I said, I think it was a typical Timo game that we've seen. Yeah. Great assist, everything like that, and good runs. Should have passed, and then I thought. Oh no!
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's allegedly,
We'll say if Klasser wants to come on, though, by all means, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought that effort where he. Sorry. Why did you do that, Marshall, man? All I can know is like we could do like an hour of just you.
I woke up and I chose violence, Andrew. That's what happened today.
Marshall is the least violent of all of us, really. I mean, even probably him and real Chris, but of all of us that's on the panel. Yes. I thought though that effort where he great run, great possession of the ball. I thought he needed to open himself up more to be on his right foot. Instead, it was more like a toe punt to the near post. It was 45 minutes, but I think the biggest thing is what what are we going to see from Werner? Are we going to see improvements? That's just terrible to see 1 London. You naughty man.
Oh my god.
Chris, I'm gonna undo this to you because you are.
I like to back him. I do like to back him.
You back him, but you're not over the top.
No, I don't think I'm over the top. But...
No, but what about others? Do you know what I mean? Like that.
No, yeah, I try not to do that either. I try not
you're not. Shall I put this like you're not a deflector?
I try not to.
You're not saying he's Mbappe.
I don't like that.
Good. Please, guys. For God's sake.
What? I'm just saying. There's some people out there that say these things.
Oh, man. Right. So.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Slendz.
Yes, Slendz.
My man Slendz.
How you doing, bro?
What's up, G? You good? Yeah.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, man. No, listen, that wasn't as deep as it made it sound. But it was just that it wasn't. It was
okay. No. We won't.
Good,
this is a family. So
awesome.
What's up?
So, okay, yeah. So we're going to, and now we probably will have a great debate that Slendz is here. But real, Chris, give me your overall thoughts. Give me your overall thoughts on Werner. What are you expecting this season? Do you think he's going to improve? And basically, why you are more of a defender of his than say many others.
I try to defend him, but it's getting harder and harder, I would say. But I think he's definitely going to improve. Like 6 goals is I think it's very low. Like even for Timo, I think he's like ashamed of his numbers in goals. I think he's definitely improving for the next season. If you saw the 2 seasons he had at Leipzig, he did get like 30 plus goals every season. Of course, it's a easier league to score in, and I knew he was never clinical at Leipzig. He was never always clinical, but he still score goals, he assist, and do all sorts of things. But I guess the one thing I always like about him, like he just makes these very good runs for Chelsea. Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my!
Self-destruction sequence activated.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I see your point, Slendz. I see your point.
I know, Slendz, you were upset about Eddie Werner. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh wow!
What the hell? What was that?
I think it sounds like Slendz is farting into the mic, and he's had, bro, too much kebab and rice, bro. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh
my goodness.
Do you think, let's on still on under here, Chris, do you think he's got good fundamentals?
Oh my god. I was literally gonna say he just makes he makes very good runs, and like his runs can actually cause goals for Chelsea as well. Like, but like it just oh my god, it just causes goals. Like even the Real Madrid, the Man City final in the Champions League, like it helped Chelsea get goals. So like that is I think he's just a very useful player to have, and like you can win. You just.
Sorry.
He's very useful, and people don't think he has people say he has terrible link up. I don't think he has bad as link up as people say. Like him and Ziyech's link up is actually, I think, is pretty good. Like them two, of course, goals with each other. Even him and Kai Havertz has had good link up. So I don't think his link up is as bad as everyone. I think he's just inconsistent. Same as his touch and control. I think it's inconsistent. About I don't think it's as terrible, but I know what he's bad at, and that is scoring. I think the rest he's actually fine. And if we signed him as a winger, I think people wouldn't complain as much for Timo Werner. He's actually got a lot of numbers this season. He's got 15 assists, 12 goals in all competitions, and he's won a bunch of penalties as well, of course. And I just think he's a useful player to have in your squad. And I'm not trying to convince people, he's an amazing player. I just think it's going to take time for him to adjust to Chelsea Football Club and the Premier League to become a better player. And I don't see him being worse. I just don't. And I don't know, go on.
Let him finish. Go on, Chris. Just let Chris finish.
No, I was about to finish up anyway, and I was just going to say, just hold on with him. I just think he's coming. If he doesn't, then obviously I'm going to die now, kill or whatever. sort
He's
on
coming to
him.
do
So
what, Chris?
to do what? I just think he's just gonna get more goals and more assists and whatever. Like just help Chelsea be a better
Christopher,
football
I
club.
have a
But
question.
yeah.
I have a question. Will his fundamental game ever improve?
I don't know to be honest, but
Okay, it's honest.
I don't know. Like, but I just think he's just a useful player to have.
Okay.
And
Wait, but
if people
couldn't
can't
you
see that,
argue? Couldn't you argue that his fundamentals is what's keeping him in the team? It's the one fundamental, which is the finishing, is what's been lacking, and that's what's been like holding him back.
Marshall, the fundamentals off the ball, fundamentals on the ball are two different, very, very different things, right? So for me, my issue is that he's not an out-and-out striker. I'm sorry if my mic is really bad, by the way, and I understand that.
No, it's
fine.
better
It's
than what
good
it
now.
sounded like about 5 minutes ago, and it was basically it was.
Yeah, pretty
I didn't
much.
even hear
That's
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what it was, man. That's it.
so-
Mute you. Do you know what I mean? It was like
So
that.
to me, obviously I had a lot of beans to eat today, but we keep moving.
Bro, that's why I said, man.
Why
let
did you
off
have to
the
do it up
bean-
against the mic?
bean-
That's my
the
problem. Why did you have to move the mic down there? Or was the mic got surround sound?
Yeah, Jesus, man.
Oh my god.
To me, I just think I look at Timo, right, and people told me he's not an out-and-out striker, and the one thing that I assume that he's an inside forward, right? The one thing that inside forward has to have is fundamentally be sound on the ball, be able to kind of dribble at least, and just be smart one-on-one, be very smart one-on-one. That's what makes the inside forwards like the Rashfords, the Salahs, you know, the Sterlings. They might not have the greatest of touches, but fundamentally one-on-one, they can beat a man, they can create space. But honestly speaking, with all due respect to Timo, I know Sterling isn't the right example, but listen, Sterling, I'm not gonna lie to you, Marshall. As much as you don't like him, he scores a lot of goals. He's got good numbers. What I'll say is about Werner is, bro, to me, one-on-one, when it comes to having the ball at his feet, one-on-one, whether it's with with a defender, trying to take him on the outside or the inside and take a shot, he's genuinely one of the worst I've ever seen one-on-one. Genuinely, he makes the wrong decision almost every single time. Like, you're so quick here that you can go on the inside of your right foot and the defender will not catch you. But you know what he always does? He goes to the outside and the ball goes out of play. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. If he's on the left flank, the left elbow of the box, just notice this. He can go on his right foot or he can go on his left foot. What he does 9 times out of 10, he goes on his left foot and either puts a cross in or the ball goes out of play. That's why he gets a lot of assists, to be fair to him.
Just to say something to you, sorry, Slendz, do apologise. Everyone's putting DiMarzio tweet. Will's just sent it to me. Basically, it just says it's about Lukaku. At Inter rejects a maxi offer from Chelsea for Lukaku. The players will be decisive in the event of a new onslaught of the Blues. So basically, what he's saying is, whatever, I think they might be talking about the 2 bids that have already been rejected. If we come with a third one and they accept it, it'll be up to the player whether he wants to leave Inter or join us, basically. So,
Oh boy.
that's from Gianluca DiMarzio.
Yeah.
But we're not.
And you know
talking
what?
about
This
that.
stuff is relevant because we're talking about the striker position,
We're not
and
gonna
these
talk
guys are
about-
going to come up.
We're not going about transfer. I will say, if you want to see what we've thought about transfers throughout the day, check these guys. Slendz had his own show on Slendz Talk. Please subscribe to that. Nearly 230 subscribers. Please do that. Excellent today. Had basically nearly all of us on. Slendz, Kai were on Lewis's channel today. Nearly went for 3 hours discussing that. Being told they don't know ball and not to believe Matt Law on these ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was me and Slendz were on the terrace earlier as well, a couple of times as well. So if you want to see what we thought about this news, you can follow us on there. This is strictly what we'll be talking about, just Werner on this one. We might talk about any transfer news like on Friday or something like that, but or throughout, you'll see us throughout the week on different streams. But yeah, sorry, Slendz, go on.
I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna be like pointing out his errors and his inefficiency, but what I'm gonna point out is his positives after. But I think another thing that I dislike about him is obviously his finishing of chances is like that goes without saying. You can't have 26 chances missed, and have 6 league goals. Like, I know he was so important in our Champions League campaign. And I've always told people, the Champions League campaign is a separate entity that we must love and appreciate for the rest of our time, the rest of our lives. It's an incredible achievement. But you look at our league form is the best way to narrate to someone, if you don't know football. This is how our season went from August to May. We finished fourth on the last day of the season. We failed to beat a lot of teams that we should beat easily at home and away. And I think that what it comes down to is our goal scoring. And he's obviously played the most minutes. He's also been, the most prominent one in our front three in terms of different positions. And he's had the most shots for Chelsea, and he's missed the most chances. So that's why I look at him and I point the finger.
Can I ask you a question? Can you? Because I want to bring up Stephen London's thing here. For me, his comment. I think he can dribble with the ball, but when he gets into the box, it's like a 50-50 thing. If he can see someone there, he's all good for the assist. But when it comes to himself, he sort of doubts himself. I believe he can dribble, but when he comes to the penalty area, he sort of gets confused. I'm not explaining it well, but it's like if you can see
Andrew,
like
do you know what happened?
Like on Sunday, with that pass to Kai Havertz for the goal, brilliant. But then when he was dribbling on his own, that decision, like you put the tweet out earlier, and I responded to it, that he should have opened himself up a bit more. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Do you think, like, when it comes to his decision making off his dribbling, that he's suspect?
What worries me, is that you see those things,
well,
they're
Fabrizio just confirmed it as well. Saying that we've also offered Marcus Alonso.
Okay.
Hang on. Father's putting a super chat. Thank you very much, Father. Always supporting us. Thank you. Could have. Oh, okay.
Don't sing
it. I'm going to have to do it. He's paid for it.
Don't sing it.
And I just can't seem to get enough of the
Timo Werner. Timo Werner. So let me do it properly. So go. Could have been a scouser, but he said get fucked, and I just can't seem to get enough of Timo Werner. That's if you pay, you can get us to do nearly anything, but.
Nearly anything within legal terms.
Legally, I mean, we are stream whores, but that's a different thing.
Sorry for interrupting you, Slendz.
Yeah, sorry, Slendz. Go on.
Love it, we'll love it. It's all right, man. It was worth it. But I think, bro, to answer your question, Andrew, I think that those are the I hate saying that word because it means nothing really. It's intangible. But fundamentals of a striker. It's the instinctive manner of a striker where they cut inside and they take a shot. And I promise you, no matter who you are, you won't stop it. Look at Arjen Robben. Look at Ronaldo when he's cutting on his right. Look at the Thierry Henry. That finish was synonymous with Thierry Henry. Yeah. Yes. I'm not comparing Werner to them people, but I'm saying as a top level striker at Chelsea, you have a move that no one stops. I think. Honestly, I don't know if he's too quick for his own brain, where he literally I think he overthinks things. But honestly speaking, at Leipzig, that used to be his trademark. I don't know if you guys know. He cuts on his right and then goes top corner. That's why I have a little bit of hope in him, as much as I like criticize him. But
see, like onto Slendz's point. I'm sorry, Slendz, are you done?
Yeah, I was gonna say one more thing, last thing. I'm sorry, I know I'm going in on Werner.
No, it's fine.
I want to give him credit. I want to give him credit, for his runs, But understand, guys. People tell me about the Champions League goal, the final. Let's not ignore the fact that he also missed 2 chances that could have cost us. Let's not ignore the fact that against Real Madrid he missed a 1-on-1. As much as he scored in the next leg, I understand. I appreciate that. But I'm a pessimistic person, and I objectively look at things. It could have cost us in the end, right? And in the league, it did cost us. But yeah, go on, Marshall.
But sorry, Marshall. I'm 10 seconds. But I believe that's why he's not criticised that as much as he is, because his misses aren't costing us at the moment. Do you know what I mean? If they were severely costing us, exactly. Then how many people turn? Sorry, but that's what I think at the moment. I think he's very fortunate that his misses aren't really. We're sort of getting away with it. But go on, Marshall.
Oh, okay.
That's you.
So, I'm sorry. I heard this. I put the stream on. I heard the stream and got me confused. So, I'm gonna try to like kind of dissect some parts of what Slendz was saying. First of all, I do have a Sterling agenda. That is true. I had to give it to Sterling during the Euros. He was one of England's, if not England's, best player. Okay. That aside, when we look at the Prem alone, I can easily say with chest that Timo had a better season than Sterling and had a better season than Mane.
Okay.
Both players which have been in the Prem for a while now, and both players which have been proven in the Prem.
Yep.
And this man who just came into the Prem is getting used to the physicality. He's playing day in, day out, had a change of manager, and was being played out of position constantly, was still, in the beginning of the season, having a lot of results. And I do have hope for Timo because something is going on, right? Something's there is a player there, and this is why I've been advocating over and over and over again that Timo needs to like hire a psychologist or something to get him out of his head, because if we had the Timo that we had from the month of September to November, and that Timo played consistently that way all the way up until the end of the season, I guarantee you, in the Prem, he would have had more than 15 goals because he was clinical.
But this comment from Timo London's right, and he doesn't have a trick, does he? He doesn't have a trick.
Marshall,
he's got pace, and that usually gets him away. But Marshall,
he's
can
not
you think
on the eye.
No, exactly. Can you think of? I can't think of a trick he does apart from his pace.
I mean, his trick is his pace. Really,
That's
he just runs.
He goes on the outside. But I was going to say, Marshall, just to dissect your point. I know you're responding to me, bro. Just one quick thing, yeah. The reason I brought up those names, is because as much as they were very underwhelming last year, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like they've had 3 or 4 years of dominance, in terms of. I know you might say this, but Sterling, as much as he's like, I feel like he's a bit of a tapping merchant, but that's because of his movement. We all like to talk about Werner's movement. Talk about Sterling's one, yeah. I think they had 20 plus goals at one point in their careers at Liverpool in one season. I think they contributed to them winning trophies. And I think until I see Werner has a season identical to them and then drop off is when I'll put them in the same standard. Because they've had those seasons, then I'll start respect. Like I have respect for their names. You know what I mean? That's why I compare them, because they're inside forwards. But go on.
But like I said, even these inside forwards that we've mentioned before, no one can forget the complete howler that Sterling had in Champions League against Leon. That tap in goal he had and completely missed it. And Timo has had moments like that, hands down, goal moments that he should have scored. I don't care. First of all, we bought Timo with the idea that he was going to be the striker. Yep. So that adds on to the fact that people are going to be very disappointed when he's not the striker. That adds on to the fact that people think he is the biggest flop of our window because he was supposed to come in to bring goals and did quite the opposite. Now, the difference, and this has sparked debate between us multiple times. The biggest difference I see between Timo and our previous strikers that haven't hit the ground running is that Timo provides a lot more of these, what I like to consider the fundamentals that Slendz mentioned before, than the other strikers we've had in the past that have been flops. Like, I don't see Morata doing what Timo's doing when he was going through his rough patch. Torres wasn't really offering as much as Timo was when he was in the team. So I do like what Timo is offering. I do like that he gives you the dangerous runs. He can give you an assist, which is good. It's good that he can at least provide assists and put it on the silver plate for you. And it's good that he can, stretch out the defense and all that. That's really important. But when given the opportunity right in front of the goal, 1-on-1, I need to see better effort from Timo than what I just saw 2 days ago during the game against Arsenal, where he didn't even get it on target. It shot the side of the net. The mentality, like the decision making too, to go that direction where you were closed off rather than try to finesse it the other way and at least have the goalkeeper Leno make an effort to save it. It's moments like that frustrate me. I do think, and I really hope, and I'm not very confident on it right now based on what we saw 2 days ago and based on what we saw at the Euros, but I'm hoping that slowly but surely, this man is going to find the confidence to find the back of the net, to be as accurate as he was when he came into the team. Because let's get it right. When he came into the team, he was very impressive. Most of his goals were from the beginning of the season. What are you going to say, Andrew?
I know, because I just want to get Will involved as well. I know, C1, you don't hate Timo. No one hates Timo here. And I know you want to keep the same energy as we do from Tammy. I will just say this. You might say facts, Slendz, but apart from scoring, Tammy doesn't offer us anything, and Timo offers more. And I can't keep the same level for Timo because he contributes far more than Tammy will ever contribute.
Yeah,
to this
and
side.
we're seeing that recently too.
Can I switch it up though?
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Because of that exact reason, is why I'm more underwhelmed with Werner than I'm with Tammy. Because I've never expected Tammy to be a top striker. Maybe there was 1 week in my life where I did that, when he scored 3 against Wolves. He scored 3 against Wolves and 2 against Sheffield. And I was in the stadium for the Stamford Bridge game, and the goals were jammy, but it was what Tammy's all about, And I believe, you know what, this guy can elevate his game and become a good striker, not a great one, but a good striker for Chelsea. But Werner, since he came in, the summer he came in, I was told that he's going to be an incredible player. He'll score a lot. He will solve our issues, and I bought into that hype. And I realized 3 or 4 weeks in that that's why he's at higher levels. It's different levels to Tammy. Never compares.
I understand. If someone can tell me where that Tammy Abraham is from Wolves, I would like them to find him, because this is not the Tammy that played against Wolves.
It's like he's gotten worse.
He headed a ball, and he skinned Connor Cody and lashed it in from a tight corner.
Oh, I remember that goal. Yeah.
So but Will. You haven't said much, mate. What do you want to say?
I like Timo as a player, but I'm not convinced that he is the guy to start for us week in, week out. His movement is off the ball, he's one of the best off the ball players in the league. It's just, his decision making can be off. He's not the most clinical of players, to say the least. But all I'm going to say is that some people in this fan base that have been slandering Timo all season want us to sign that absolute bum, Lautaro Martinez. And all the things wrong with Werner, you're going to get with Lautaro Martinez, all right? So all I'm going to say, well, it's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say at this moment is, don't wish for something that you might not like. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he's been a good signing for us. I think he'll probably score more goals. I don't really see his whole game changing much at all. Apart from I expect a few more goals to go in. Which, if he's going to be not a bench player, I think that's a bit harsh, but a rotational player coming in and out of the squad against certain opposition, being brought on maybe as an impact player. Yeah, I have no issue with it.
If he doesn't start scoring more goals, though, I don't want to be harsh. My brain is telling me January window, we need to get him out. What's up?
But I wonder, one point that you made about our previous strikers, I don't make this into an Alvaro versus Timo debate, but I want you guys to remember what was Alvaro's biggest problem in terms of his finishing. He was just shit at it, right? He was shit at finishing.
Yeah.
What was one thing that he always found? He found himself in that position where he's always one-on-one. And you know why that actually happened? Also, it's because of Fabregas and because of Azpilicueta. It's also because of his movement. So he also had good movement. But his problem was that he overthinks situations, similar to Timo. And guess what? He never worked on it. He never improved on it. So I think it's a similar thing, as much as people don't want to hear it. Alvaro's got a lot of ability, but in terms of mentality, he can never make it. I think Timo's mentality, I've seen more promising mentality. I've seen more ball sacks, bigger ball sacks on him, but at the same time, bro, if you keep getting in your own head, you'll never succeed, bro. You'll never, because it's all about instinct. I keep saying it's instinct. Kane does his shit without overthinking, bro. He has one touch and it's in the top corner. I don't know if Timo will ever have that, bro. It's a massive thing to have.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. In the beginning of the season, Timo did have that. I think Lampard just ruined him, man. And then it just couldn't recover from that. No, I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit on Lampard. I'm just saying, playing him all those games in the wing, and all the pressure being put on him because of it, and just the constant like bad performance after bad performance. He looked absolutely horrible in the wing. You guys remember? I think what was the Man City game? How many times he lost? I think he got hooked in the at halftime. He was so bad, and that just ruins a player's confidence.
Got hooked at half time against Arsenal,
It does.
and I thought that ruined his confidence as well.
It was,
but
was it?
Not to make excuses for Frank here, because that's not what I'll do, but it's because this guy you don't know what he is, innit? You just don't know if he's a left forward, he's a second striker. Because I've asked people and they give different answers. Like, everyone agrees that he's not an out-and-out striker, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? In a 4-3-3, he fits nowhere, bro. Like, he doesn't fit in a left winger. He can't play as a lone striker unless you have a certain system around him.
I mean,
and Tuchel come in and find a system for him, right?
Yeah.
I think he's going to have. I think what Tuchel himself and us are going to have to redefine his position for him, because to me he's not an out-and-out striker. Like he said, he's not a centre forward. To me, he's a left forward, left forward, winger, left inside forward, whatever you call him. So what I expect of him, the goals I expect him to go down a bit because of that. I think though he himself. Because remember, guys, we're not talking about that he's barely been fed on scraps and someone can go back to us, but he's barely been given the chances. He has had significant, easy one-on-one chances.
Yeah, I hate that argument. I hate that argument.
I'll name, three. Not even one-on-one. He cleared off the line against Leeds, I would think. He cleared off his own line against Leeds, which should have gone in. The one-on-one against Fulham away. And the one-on-one, I know he scored against West Ham, but he should have scored a second one. And if you remember Tuchel's reaction after he missed that as well. So it's not as if he's not having, someone to get real crisp back on this. It's not as if he's not having the chances. It's just he's not taking them. Mm-hmm. And it's not, and I don't know, Chris, like I said, we have to redefine it. Does that mean then, do you think he'll get even less criticism, or do you think he'll get more criticism if we see that he's not an out-and-out striker, but he's just a left wide forward?
I think I think some people's already made their mind up on him. So if he's still missing a lot of chances, I think people will be criticising him no matter what. If they want to criticise him missing chances, that's fair enough. But I was going to say what Will said as well before, he's saying Timo Werner be a rotation player. If we don't get a Haaland or Lukaku or something, I think people got to be getting used to of him starting a lot of games, because he is a useful player to have. And if there's people still no better than Tammy Abraham on the bench or something, or I don't know who. Oh crap! Sorry, my mic. He's just a useful player to have. And now I accidentally put my mic by accident.
Oh, okay. We didn't even notice. You could just carried on. It's not like
Chris, when you're done, I want to ask you something, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
I was muted. But Chris, when you're done, I want to ask you something, yeah? When you're done. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. I just think he's one of those useful players to have. And like you said, Slendz as well, the dribbling. I seen him literally take on 4 Newcastle players with his dribbling, taking them on and everything. He can do it, but yeah, when it comes to the box, I think he does, maybe overthink it or something if he doesn't have a pass. And just take it on for himself. So yeah, I do agree with that. He's just he's one of those players who's a frustrating player to watch. I would say I understand it, but it's, I don't know. I just see him as a useful player to have for the squad for it. So I don't know.
Chris,
go on.
Sorry,
Slendz. Sorry.
This thank you, Camille, for your comment. I understand where you're coming from. It just a bit. It frustrates me because Drogba wasn't very prolific at all during his Chelsea career. Yeah, I just think if you actually take that into context, he was quite injured throughout the first season. He was with us, but I wouldn't compare Werner and Drogba because they're not the same type of player. Drogba is an out-and-out striker, and you're right. You could criticise him the first 2 seasons. I think, I wouldn't say lazy a bit harsh. Maybe it's just do some more. Don't just look at the stats. Look at the context of the season. Drogba was injured for part of that season as well. in the middle and near the end.
Do you know how I can respond to this though, Andrew? Do you know how I can respond to
Go
it
on.
though? Well, you know what I'll say? If you're using the example of Drogba, I'll use the example of Torres, of Morata, of Pizarro.
Yeah.
No offense,
Yeah, that's
no
what I
offense,
would
Marshall.
use.
Hey,
There's a lot of
none
examples
taken.
of strikers not working out, right? So if you want to use the example of someone working out, I'll give you like 10 examples of people not working out. So I mean, like,
Crespo's first season.
Yeah.
Season.
But I was gonna ask Chris, Chris, you know how you say he's useful to the team, like, and I
think
agree
he
with
is,
that.
yeah.
I understand why you say that because of his movement and he drags players out of position. Fair enough.
Wins penalties and like just
But
everything
at what point,
in general.
everything but finishing. At one point,
Yeah.
he become a liability to the team though if he doesn't finish his chances, because you can do all of the great things, but as a forward, what I want you to do is affect the game in terms of goals or assists. And I understand he has a lot of assists, fair enough. But I've said this, like even Andrew said this. At what point do his misses start costing us?
Mhm.
When do we start considering dropping him because he's just missing a lot of chances because he's just not finishing?
Do you think maybe dropping him might be good for him as well? Like, maybe
I think he was overplayed last season. I think he was overplayed last season.
To be honest, I feel like we did try that solution as well, real quick, where we had some lineups where he just didn't play because he was just not consistent enough, and I don't think
so, man. He played
I don't think it's gonna fix him.
He was only rested.
No, but even in the Euros, man, even in the Euros he didn't play, and then when he got the chance to play,
do you remember the Arsenal game when he was dropped and people was actually crying for him because like he can break?
I do remember that.
Yeah, and people were actually crying for him, and I think he is weirdly he is a threat for attack, but he's not a threat for scoring. I think he can be a bit of a decoy as well, like in this when I'm trying to be like not biased or something. I don't know. Like I
understand where you're coming from, and it's weird because we bought this guy for 53 million, hoping he was going to score a bag of goals. But really, like some games, we're just hoping he's on. We're going to hope he'll be back. We just like you said with that Arsenal game. It was just him there because we wanted him to provide probably an assist. Or something like that.
I don't think he would have been effective in that game though, bro, because they were playing a low block, right? Werner can't. If he doesn't have space to run into, what can he actually do? Like
Havertz missed that chance, didn't he? Got him behind in that game.
Yeah.
Werner could,
But Werner could score that, maybe.
But here's the thing that I don't really have an issue, because Slendz brought up something in an earlier stream that the response to it fucking made me see red. But Slendz brought up something earlier that Timo has just as much, if not equal amounts of opportunities and chances missed as Salah and Bamford. And I don't know if you guys have seen Leeds. Bamford misses so many chances.
Yeah,
I would argue he probably misses more chances than Werner. But the issue I have is that how many. I don't care how many chances you miss. It's about how many of those chances per game are you actually going to put behind the net. And he doesn't put. He's like 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 3. It's multiple chances that he doesn't put behind the net. The response to it pissed me off because people are saying that, look at the types of goals that these players have played. No. I've seen Salah score from outside the box. I've seen Salah score from crazy angles and all that stuff. Same thing for Bamford. I've seen Bamford score some world-class goals and still miss that many opportunities. Timo has had sitter after sitter and has missed them. Have one-on-one, like one of the best chances you can get as a striker is a one-on-one, right? With the goalkeeper. Yeah. And he's missed even those. So I don't care how many chances he missed. He needs to just start putting away more of those chances. I know Timo as a player in Leipzig used to miss a lot of chances. But that's the thing. He used to miss a lot of chances, but that didn't stop him from being second fiddle to Lewandowski. I didn't stop him from being a great goal scorer there either. So, like, I don't care about the chances missed. If strikers are going to miss chances no matter what. Like, that's just the thing. Drogba missed a billion chances as well. You know, like, that just happens. But it's about taking at least one of those chances and doing something with it, which Timo doesn't do. He just keeps missing them. I don't know, man. It's that. I don't know.
That's the thing, Marshall. You can excuse the chances missed, if he scores a lot of goals, bro. Because again, Salah, the best players in the world, the best goal scorers in the world, missed chances. Aguero's missed the most chances in the history of the Premier League. But guess what? He's a third or fifth highest goal scorer.
Yeah, he's top 5.
Do you see what I mean?
But look what you said about Salah. We're hearing these. It still baffles me that some Liverpool fans criticise Salah because they say he misses so much. But for the past 4 seasons, he's always scored over 20 league goals. You know,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing about Timo that I think is a big issue, right? I feel like Timo, even if he doesn't put away his chances, I feel like he doesn't create many of his own chances, if you understand what I mean. I'll kind of explain this. Drogba, for example, or even Salah. Yeah, maybe they miss a bunch of those chances, right? But how many times are they just trying to take a shot on goal? How many times are they trying to make the keeper make a save? How many times are they trying to pin it into the corner or, just try to get it on target? Timo used to, he used to have a trigger finger for goal in the beginning of the season. That completely died down towards the end of the season when we saw him with Tuchel. I think he just started becoming a running merchant.
But that goes back to my earlier thing when I said he doesn't have a trick. Do you know what I mean? It's like Drogba, for as big and massive he was, he had a bit of skill to him, especially his early part. His early part of his Chelsea career, that slowed up during the latter half because he was just there was no striker like him in the world, and the defenders just crap their pants. I'd love I'd love to bring a Didier Drogba from 2006.
Can I say something?
Against Van der Vaart.
I might be wrong.
Against Van Dijk right now, but what I'm saying is that those players you're talking about, they would do something like Salah. Salah can shift the ball on, like when he's on the right, when he can shift the ball onto his left and bang it in. Okay, I don't know if Werner can do that. I've not seen him do that. But what I was gonna say, you guys can answer after what you're gonna say. Will his game change, or will he get more confidence if he has a Kai Havertz, if he has a Haaland playing up there consistently with him? Will his? Do you think his overall play will change, or are we still looking at the same problems?
I think the solution. Yeah, go Chris. Go Chris.
I was literally going to say, like you said, because Timo Werner doesn't have flicks and tricks or any tricks or flicks. Yeah, does Haaland actually have any tricks or flicks? Because when I've seen him play, he doesn't seem to have. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's from the same. But I'm just gonna say this. That's from the same league where Timo Werner gets goals as well, and Haaland doesn't get tricks or flicks. I could be wrong because I don't watch him game in game out. But when I watch him play,
But if you watch him, Haaland will just shoot.
Yeah, he will.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he doesn't care. He'll just shoot. If it bounces off 2 defenders and goes in, it's fine. His first instinct is to blast the ball. You know what I mean? And just see what happens.
And Chris, do you know why we're dissecting Werner though? Do you know why we're dissecting him? Because obviously he's not scoring the goals we expected him to. So that's why we look beyond that. We're trying to look into like the good of Werner. Look into his heart. See what's good about him, right? That's what we're trying to do. That's why we're looking at. Does he have a trick? Does he have something that differentiates him from other strikers? Because he's missing his chances, right? That's why I don't look at Haaland's overall game. For me, I don't care. I just because if he has the same chances as Werner, he'll score half those chances that he missed. Right? But he'll transform us. Now I want to say one more thing, actually, guys. I want to take you back to Conte's first season. Yeah, we went for a massive winning run. Then we went for a little bit of a drought, and then we played West Brom at home. I'll see. I don't probably remember this. There's a certain striker called Diego Costa. We were 0-0 until the last 10 minutes. That game would have defined us. I think it was a very important game. Would have changed our
rubbish game as well.
Terrible game.
I think it's Boxing Day. I think it was Boxing Day.
It was. We so the ball gets played into the balance on the right. Yeah, Diego Costa's facing 2 defenders. What he does next is incredible. Like he bodies 2 defenders, cuts back in and puts it in the top corner. That is called creating your own chance.
Yeah,
that's what Marshall was touching on. Goal. Diego Costa, Didier Drogba, Haaland as well. They create something out of nothing. And Werner has not done that many times. I know he's had flashes of it, but when someone's not scoring the easy chance, maybe he could score the harder ones. Maybe he could create his own chance. He doesn't do that enough. He doesn't.
Even Nicholas,
See-
even Nicholas Anelka. Look at his
Nicholas
goal against
Anelka,
Arsenal.
yeah.
Look at his goal against Arsenal. Long shot out of nowhere, blast and goes in.
Facts.
That's what I mean. That's the difference at the moment. Those are the three strikers in the Roman era I put up that no one has come near. No other striker has come near.
See, like that's the thing, though. I think the solution for Werner, I think he's become very timid when it comes to shooting now. I like we mentioned with these strikers that we just mentioned, right? That's the thing about a striker, and it might frustrate the fan base, but a lot of these strikers, they shoot. Just shoot it. Just shoot it. Take an effort. Make a shot. You don't always have to like have the guaranteed, like, you don't always have to set yourself up to have like a really high chance of scoring like opportunity. Just if there's a little chance of scoring, if there's a little chance to challenge the keeper, take it. And you know what? I'll say this, like Timo, towards the end of the season, I think he was starting to feel a little bit loose with his shooting and was trying to take some efforts. And I respected that. Take the shot, take the effort. And look, at the end of the day, I don't really mind how wasteful you are. There is going to be a time where it will get annoying, but at the end of the day, if it means that you're going to be taking more shots on goal, guaranteed 9 out of 10 times, one of those shots is going to be behind the net. Take more shots. I don't think you need to have like a trick or anything, like a cut or any type of thing. Like, I think for Timo, he just needs to take more shots on goal. I think he's been very timid about taking shots on goal since he's been in the left wing all the time, and he was so used to like, oh, I got to set it up and assist the people, and now I'm here for the run and set him up. Or is it a better opportunity? Am I the only one that has a chance to score here? Like, is there better options? It's too much. Like, sometimes you just. Here's the thing, and this is why I do want Haaland or a Lukaku. These are, I think for Chelsea, this has been the formula that's worked for when it comes to the striker. Big and good movement. Because even Drogba wasn't like the fastest when it came to just, a 30 meter run, but if you gave him some time and he built up some pace, he could run. And same thing for Lukaku, same thing for Haaland. And they're big, physical, they can bully you off the ball. Timo doesn't have that. So Timo has to manage to do that in other ways. Timo, you can outpace most people. Timo knows he can get in behind the defender and run. Bro, just take the shot. Just take shots. And I guarantee you, I think if Timo becomes more confident and decides to take more risks and take more shots on goal, I think his numbers will go up. It's just bound to go up. I think that's been the biggest frustration with him. I think he just waits. Like, he doesn't want to shoot because he wants the best opportunity to score. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Like I said, you just got to create your own moments. Just take the damn shot. And sometimes you don't know like what will happen. It could roll in, a mistake, a deflection. It's just, we don't see that from Timo, and I think hopefully in this season we'll see more of that from Timo. I think that will help his game and will fix it. What's up?
Can I just say something? We'll come back to Timo, but I just want to say that today you may see many streams where people are doubting Matt Law, Simon Phillips, Simon Johnson, Chelsea insiders and everything like that. And many people going, well, Fab hasn't said anything. So Fabio Romano has tweeted about 33 minutes ago, Inter have received an approach from Chelsea for Romelu Lukaku, bid around 100 million, including Marcos Alonso as part of the negotiation. Inter board turned down the proposal as they want to keep Lukaku. They've always considered Romelu as untouchable. So that's, just in case, people coming out like tomorrow.
Oh, it's Fabrizio fraud now?
That's what I mean, yeah. So
this is what I mean, guys. Like, let's
pounds.
He's put 100 million euros. 100 million euros.
Okay. 85 million. Yes. 85 million pounds.
This is what I mean, though. This is what I mean, though, chat. Like, we've had plenty of amazing guests on here that they're very awesome people. But that's not the only thing that's out there in the YouTube Chelsea space. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that they're they're disingenuous characters, and they will say things like, oh, Matt Law's a fraud and all that stuff to push their agenda just to get you to click like and to watch their views and all that stuff. Just be careful what you watch out there. trust the sources, trust the sauces. You know, you have the Athletic, you have Fabrizio, you have Matt Law. Like these are people that we here. I don't know what happened to Slendz. We here at No Filter Football, we base off of these reliable sources. We don't pretend that we have sources, and we don't all of a sudden come out and say like, "Oh, this person's not reliable." All this bullshit. Listen, we tell it like it is. We repeat the news that is reliable. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, and who wants to bet? Who wants to bet the next bid won't be turned down? Because I don't think it will. If we're going again.
For Haaland or Lukaku?
What I will say is this. Sorry, Chris. What we'll say
Lukaku or Haaland?
Well, we'll say this. If anyone you see on a Twitter space, on a channel like that, if they doubt Matt Law, Simon Phillips or Simon Johnson now, why would they believe them in the future for any other story? And I will say this, and give credit to Monster. He's probably not watching. He's probably very busy. Monster, I was first. Remember Matt Law's story about Rudiger a couple of months ago.
Much love to Monster too.
Much love to Monster. I hope he's getting better. He had a bit of an issue with his asthma. I understand that. It can just happen like that. So Monster, get better, buddy. We know you're getting better. But we'll say this. Monster actually has said it loads of times on the stream, but that Matt Law story about Rudiger, there is some truth to that. Yeah. What he did. So I myself reacted without actually reacting to the story when it came up first time and then listened to what Monster says. There is some truth to that. So if you don't believe Matt Law now, then why were you, or them three guys, why were you in the future? You'll only not believe Matt Law now to suit your agendas. That's why
you only believe when you want, though. Only when you want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of disingenuous characters out in Chelsea
brain.
YouTube, man. I'm just saying.
I've got a weird brain where I will remember inane, unimportant stuff. So I will remember those who I've seen on Twitter and everyone today that doubt Matt Law. If this comes off, that said why listen to him, and if they come back during any part of the season and say, "Yeah, I believe what Matt Law's saying," then
by the way, fuck Matt Law, innit? Like, listen, his words are reliable. But I won't forgive him for what you've done. I won't forgive him for what he's done. He's a wanker, bro.
No, the Rudiger thing, I think he just over dramatized.
Well, no, but if you listen to Monster, if you speak to Monster, listen to his streams,
I think there is some validity to it just because of how aggressive. Remember the Kepa thing? The Kepa thing with him? How he's just very aggressive, and I think maybe he took that and blew it up.
Guys, you know what Monster's issue is? Monster's issue is the terminology used. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Chris, what did you want to say, mate? Sorry, I cut you off. What do you want to say?
Oh, Chris? I think it's about Timo Werner.
Something to do with Lukaku as well?
You know what? Yeah, I was going to think about Lukaku as well. Like, about Lukaku. I agree with Slendz. He said it earlier on Lewis channel. I don't see why people thinking, like, Lukaku's a bad deal. Like, he's a good striker. He always gets pretty much 20-plus goals, except for one season with Man United. But he's improved massively under Conte. His touch is improved. His speed has actually increased by the looks of it. Like, and he can finish. So he would be something for Chelsea for like, I think he's 27, 28, right?
28, I think he's always going to be.
And can I say one more thing? And people want Harry Kane for... Yeah, people want Harry Kane for 150 million, but they don't want Lukaku for 100 million, so they can't resell him. But who says we can resell Harry Kane for like anywhere near that, because he's 28 as well. So I would love Lukaku as well. Like,
look at Chris here. Guys, everyone watching, look at Chris here. Chris has just stood there and stood up for Werner, yeah, who's a player that he likes a lot. Yeah, he likes a lot, and he believes he will improve. But he still acknowledges that we need an out-and-out striker, and doesn't let his love for a player overcome the agenda and overcome the club. Which is why we have him on this channel, why we love him here.
Yeah, why he's part of this channel.
Exactly.
Big up to you.
If you didn't know that, real Chris is part of this channel. So,
listen,
Stop wiping your tears. Don't wipe your tears, Chris. Sorry.
Listen, I love players.
Sorry, Marshall, before I let you go. Also, if you notice, Chris defended... real Chris. So I hate calling him real Chris. Chris defended Werner properly, not like a teenage girl would defend their favorite band. Yeah.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Marshall. Go ahead.
He's a clinical striker. All right. Anyways, so with like, look, I have nothing against people having. I take I have no problem with people having favorite players and supporting their players and stuff. Like, look at me, man. One of the reasons I'm a Chelsea fan was because of Claudio Pizarro. But I can still admit that Claudio Pizarro was not good for Chelsea, and he was better off leaving Chelsea. And I'm still a Chelsea fan. At the end of the day, I'm not offended. Drogba was a fuck ton better. Drogba was a fuck ton better. So like, you can have a favorite player like Kai Havertz. I love Kai Havertz. I want him to succeed. But if he doesn't succeed, like, I'm not gonna like, if he moves on to a club, I'm not gonna go lambasting fucking Chelsea, be like, oh, you made a mistake, terrible transfer, Marina out, all this fucking bullshit that we see on Twitter. It's like, bro, I'll just watch fucking Kai Havertz playing wherever he plays. It's not a big deal. But on to the Lukaku thing. I don't know if people in the chat or anyone in here knows this, but Lukaku actually won player of the Serie A over Ronaldo. That's how much of an improvement Lukaku has been in his game. Like, think about it. Let that sit for a second. Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best and most electric players in the game, and clearly one of the best in Italy as well. Still doing really well despite his age. Lukaku performed better than him. Like that has to mean something. That has to resonate and carry some weight.
Well, people were crying about the price tag. I did say 100 million euros translates to 55 million pounds, which is what we said he'd be going for around that price anyways. Plus Alonso, which obviously takes out 5 million off the price, so it's 80 million pounds. So don't worry, guys, it's all good.
It is the same. Yeah. This comment, even before I fell out with Johnny, is still when someone doesn't allow you to criticize a player who doesn't see that, who's not objective, then that's when the obsession is too much. It's like a teenage girl with a band, and Johnny has that, unfortunately. He says Mount never falls below a 7. That's not true. And you know what? I don't care that he's fallen below a 7. I expect that because he's such a young player. He's 22 years old and he's been overplayed. Okay, I don't want Mount to be the best at 22. I want him to get to the best. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yeah. But when someone, it's not only Johnny, it's other players. It's like the Cho stands. It's like other Werner stands. It's like everything. It's all the Hives that are all bullshit. All Hives are bullshit. Yeah. That's why I put no more Hives. The only thing I care about is Chelsea first. I don't care who's in the shirt, score the goal, get my team wins. All the Hives are bullshit. Yeah. But if they don't allow you to criticize, or you know when they won't allow you, because they'll always say, well, he didn't play as badly as blah blah blah. No, we're focusing on that. So when we say when we've discussed Werner here, you've noticed we very rarely don't compare him to other players on the pitch. We're just focusing on Werner, and that's sometimes it's hard for people like that to understand because they haven't got the brain capacity to take it all in, and they argue like a 12-year-old. But anyway, yes, go ahead. Sorry, Marshall, for interrupting. I do apologise about that.
Yeah, no. Well, what the fuck was I getting at? Shit, I just completely no. But the thing is, if we do bring in Lukaku, if we do bring in a Haaland, there'll be a massive improvement. I hope something happens, and I hope it does pull through. At the end of the day, too, and I remember what I was going to say now. If we do bring it, because people have been saying like they prefer Haaland because he's young, they prefer Haaland, yada yada yada. I'm one of the people that think that of the mindset that if we do bring Lukaku here, even at his age, he would give us the same amount of time that Haaland could potentially give us. Because I don't think Haaland's going to be here forever. I think maybe Haaland might move on to something else. We don't know, right? But I think if Lukaku does come to the team, I don't think we're going to see Lukaku go anywhere else. I think that's where his last stand will be. That'll be his last move. And maybe he goes to MLS after that, but
I think he'd have unfinished business at Chelsea as well. I think if Lukaku came to Chelsea, it's like unfinished business. Like I feel like he's
unfinished business. He never started.
I know, but like I remember like the very end of him, like at Chelsea, pretty much where he missed a penalty against Neuer. Against Neuer, he went straight at Neuer and he cried and David Luiz hugged him.
Unfinished business suggests to me that, like, say he had 2 great years and then we sold him out of the blue. It's like he never really got the chance to have any unfinished business. It'd probably be what I think of it. It'd be more like a full circle journey thing. Right. Do you know what I mean? It's like if he comes back to us, this is the point in his career where he's got to finish it. Do you know what I mean?
It's meant to be.
It's meant to
Do
be.
you know what it is,
Exactly.
Andrew,
Yeah,
yeah?
exactly. Yeah.
In terms of Lukaku, yeah, I think we're also going to move on to it because it's big news now. But I think we're getting some assurances that there is a possibility we can get him from someone from his camp, whether it's his agent, whether it's maybe someone from the club at Inter Milan. Like, it doesn't make any sense for us to be so persistent with this guy, yet completely ignore Haaland and not put any official bids in. Do you know what I mean? So, or not even approach Haaland. Because listen, Fabrizio come out and said that 130 million approach wasn't completely valid. And I honestly, considering his track record, I believe him. So I think the one thing that's promising to me is that we wouldn't go in and be so like insistent and offering players that they wanted for years in terms of Alonso and Emerson and others if we didn't get assurances from his camp or from someone somewhere in that deal. So I'd say I think if we raise our price, the untouchable tag will be obviously bullshit. Because I've always said this: the only untouchable player in history of football is Messi in his prime and Ronaldo in his prime. Everyone else, there is a price. I promise you.
Everyone's a selling price. Everyone's a selling club.
Of course.
That's what I mean.
Chelsea. Look at Hazard.
I've checked the Simon Johnson tweet. It's just him reacting to what he said previously. So what I can understand is that this is actually the third bid, not one of the two bids. This would be classified as, I think what they're saying is the third bid. And you know what? When you ask for greatness, you bring the Godfather himself into this, don't you?
There he is.
There he is.
Kai's not great.
Hello.
He's all right.
How are you guys?
Oh.
How are you guys doing? Sorry, I came late. Sorry, I came.
No, don't worry, man.
Sorry.
You're busy. You're busy. Yes.
Yeah.
Busy. Busy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
I think we've moved on. We've had a healthy Werner debate. Amazingly, Kai, we weren't shouting or talking over each other. Amazingly, with these Werner debates. So, or Chris wasn't being ridiculously defensive in Werner. So, amazing, right? Amazing. But yeah, I think let's
like
talk about
specific.
It.
I like
Yes. Yeah.
And Mount.
Yes, I think you're cracking up a bit, but I think we got what you said there. Mountebators.
Something about mountebators.
Yeah, we heard that. Yeah, we saw that. But let's move.
Basically, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny and Kasper.
No, but can I say, guys, like, or at least the chat or anyone, the fans in general, like, because I looked at the Simon Johnson tweet and I saw people saying, like, why can't we back the manager? But, like, in all honesty, like, if we put in 2 bids for Lukaku and they were rejected, I mean, Lukaku was one of the main targets, right? Like, you can't say that the board isn't trying to back them. If Haaland, I don't know why they would. I think it's stupid if Dortmund does, but if Dortmund rejects us and if Inter rejects us, can you really say there with chess that we aren't trying to back the manager? Come on.
Marshall, read that for me, please, Marshall.
All right. Anyways, Rodrigo Rados, thank you so much for the super chat, man. It's fishy. Alonso didn't play versus Arsenal. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a little weird. It was a good point.
Very good point. And thank you for contributing with Rodrigo. You've been supported for a long time. Thank you very much, bro. We really appreciate it. Yeah, what do we think about it? Because obviously the news has come out, Lukaku, that possible Alonso is added into the deal. What do you think, Kai? Because obviously it's now the third bid, because apparently we had 2 rejected. But apparently though, that was fake, right? Matt Law, Simon Johnson, Simon Phillips. Now it's real because Fabrizio said it, so now everyone will believe it, right? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, sorry, Kai. Yeah, but what did you think?
Yeah, apparently everybody's wrong, but a guy named Mineral SEO on Twitter is right. More credible than. Yeah, but anyway, we move, man.
Yeah, we move. But what did you think?
What?
It's the third bid.
What I don't
say. Third bid.
Yeah,
but you said about me, Carl?
100 million, including Alonso, is the 100 million, and like really understand from what.
100 million euros and Alonso.
Yeah.
So we're paying Inter Milan to take Alonso off our hands, basically.
I don't know. Believe it. And.
I think are you all right with your phone? You keep crapping out of it. You okay?
Can't now, like Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm just making some food in the kitchen. I'm gonna go to my room and hopefully it'll be better. Give me a second.
I thought he's traveling down. But yeah, what do we think? Because now that's the third bid. Obviously, people are still going to say it's a bit of a smokescreen, but obviously Fabrizio's word is gospel at the moment. So is it really a smokescreen? Have we really given up Haaland, or do you think we'll go in for a Lukaku again? Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe Bush Dortmund ain't like interested like selling. Maybe we've already tried and just can't get him. So maybe we're just trying to push for Lukaku. And if Alonso goes in that deal, I'm all for it really. But getting Lukaku for 100 million euros or 110 million euros is a good deal for Lukaku. He'd be here for like 5 years or so. So yeah, it'd be worth investment for me, and just get rid of Alonso.
Yeah, I understand. And sentiments may be not to trust reporters, but Matt Law, Simon Johnson, Simon Phillips they have insiders' knowledge there. Now, will they maybe cut deals to not report things? Maybe to get interviews and everything like that. But Fabrizio Romano's now tweeting it, he's tweeted it out. We got it from credible Italian journalist. So is it now? It's more than a smokescreen, I would presume, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's now like.
Sorry, go on, Marsh.
Go on.
No. Say what you were going to say, Slendz.
People call Fabrizio a tapping merchant, but I'm just wondering who first broke out the Conde news. Was it Simon Phillips?
No, it was
Fabrizio Romano.
No.
It was Fabrizio Romano.
Romano.
So put some respect on his name. Number one. Number two, people will still be calling Lukaku a screen, a smoke screen until he's holding the fucking shirt, bro. So it's clear to me that we consider both of them our number one target equally. I think maybe, but obviously Haaland will be a nice.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what Andrew said. That's what Andrew said. Yeah.
It's like there's no first or second choice. I said to Slendz on his channel,
whichever we can get,
which you should subscribe to. That I think we had the mindset of going, these two guys may be available. Let's try for both and see what happens. And that's
you
what
guys you should hear me better now, I assume.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah.
But can I say about this Lukaku thing? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
You guys, I know people don't want to hear this, but I've always I guess I'm not freaking out because I've always had this in the back of my head, and I always thought maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. And I think most of us in the panel understand this, but 150 million pounds, was it right, for Haaland? Plus whatever fees, euros, and whatever fees we have to pay for him. You got to understand that the club is a business, and they see Haaland as an asset, and they have to at one point look at that asset, look at the players they have brought from that league that have performed and how they're performing now. For example, Timo. And you gotta see the history of our strikers. And surely you must understand that Marina, Roman, well, maybe not Roman, but Marina and Bruce Buck and all those people in the board, Peter Cech, whatever, surely they understand that there is a risk that Chelsea could pay this 150 million pounds, and then Haaland just doesn't perform to the standard. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but you got to understand that there is a risk. This is a huge transfer, and it's probably the most expensive transfer in Chelsea club history. So you got to understand that maybe it makes sense for them to just go for Lukaku, who he's proven, he's played in the league, he can perform. There's not as much of a risk with Lukaku.
Do you know what I actually just realized as well, which is a big point? Yeah. Guess what happens if we sign Lukaku instead of Haaland? We're not getting into bed with Mino Raiola, bro. We're not getting into bed. We're not giving him 40 million.
Yeah, that too. That's a big thing too.
We're not giving his dad money. So, bro, honestly, we have no Mino Raiola clients, and I know. Listen, if the player, I said this myself, if the player is good enough, you get into bed with whoever because it will change your fortunes. But Mino Raiola is a fucking virus, bro. If he gets into your team, bro, it can end in tears. I promise you.
Yeah, Mino is part of the reason too, guys. Andrew, Mino is part of the reason that Lukaku didn't sign with us the first time, or re-sign with us, right?
What if it's people? You're gonna see with this £100 million plus Alonso, people are gonna add it up to about 120. they're going to say, "Oh, well, it's near enough Haaland money." What if we've gone to Dortmund and they've just said no? No matter what you offer, it's just no.
Which I think is ridiculous considering how much money it is. But
we consider
what can we do?
ridiculous, and we
Kidnap him?
understand that. Exactly. What if they just said no?
Guys, we all know
It's
here,
their
by
right
the
to
way,
do so.
a part of a transfer isn't just the fee; it's the wages. My
Exactly.
friend. What's the
Exactly.
difference in
Wages too.
wages?
Yeah.
There you go.
But then you add it all up. It has now Slendz that sort of guys has now that threat that FIFA thing about reducing the fees for whoever next season if it goes through. Has it made Chelsea go? Also, man, we're not having to spend out a lot of fees with Lukaku. Okay, it's 120 million if it comes off. There's no like massive agent fees or consulting fees.
yeah.
Lukaku's 28. He's like a young 28. It's not like an old 28, like a Rooney, a Rooney 28. You know, I mean, but what I mean is,
No, it's fact.
No, I know what you mean.
He
I know what you
says
mean.
he
Yeah, I
wants
know
to
what you
stay-
mean.
He says he wants to stay in Milan. That's fine, but that's because Inter haven't accepted our bid.
Yeah.
If we
Mhm.
bid,
He's in pre-conditional
I'm
form
sure-
as well, you know.
if we bid, I'm sure we can convince him to come. I'm sure he'll have no problem.
I think he will push for it. I think Lukaku has always had the ambition to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Chelsea actually wants him and they're bidding for him, unlike before when it's just like the last minute, we're like, okay, we want you, Lukaku, after you already agreed a fee with United. I think that would be like the conclusion of us getting him, which I don't mind because as much as I like Haaland is content where he is, you know, and that's kind of an issue. Where Lukaku is, I think we can get into his ear, tell him, like, okay, look, this new manager is not content. His record speaks for itself. Well, under Tuchel, we won the Champions League. This is your boyhood club. This is the club that you've been watching since you were a kid, you know, and you get to be a big part of its future. You know, there's a lot of even in the report. I think the Matt Law had. I think they said that Tuchel can convince him to stay, could convince him to come to Chelsea. So I think we can do it, but we need to persist with Inter Milan.
And he could be here for 5 years. I could see that. I could see him being here for long.
Chelsea made 3 bids. That means Chelsea knows that there could be a deal struck there. They wouldn't bid just 3 times for that.
Do you think, Kai? Do you think it's 700? Do you think 700 million euros plus Alonso are straight? They'll go and just straight up 120 million.
No, I don't think it's an Alonso and 100 million. I think it's 100 million with the evaluation of.
Oh, so it takes it off. Yeah. So
Di Marzio didn't really specify like the deal.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
So people are saying different things, man. Yeah, but I look, me and Slendz, both of us were in mind like Lukaku, you know, instead of Haaland.
Oh, I love Lukaku.
Especially
I would love Lukaku.
That's great, by the way.
As well, man.
My preference would be to have Haaland, but I'm not turning my nose up at Lukaku. You mad?
Bro, we have Abraham. We have Abraham.
You know what's great about Lukaku?
We have Lukaku before he started training, man. That's what basically what we have, man.
Slendz, what's up with Lukaku?
You know the fans that love the intangible bullshit, about the emotional, like he knows Chelsea. Like, listen, this guy, 17 years old, he's sitting there, video of him, he's looking at the bridges, like, there's almost a tear in his eye. He's saying, I can't wait to play here. And it's his favourite player.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's Didier Drogba.
He's always seen him as his favourite player.
So listen, bro, it's the closest story we have. Hold on to it. Like, appreciate greatness when you see it, bro. That's Lukaku.
Can I just also say, it is shameful the way his time as England is defined by his second season with United.
Facts.
It's a disgrace.
It's so shameful.
An absolute disgrace. He banged in goals for West Brom, who haven't had a top scorer like that in the Premier League ever. Yeah.
True.
He then went to Everton, and every single season, not only did his goals improve, his assists improved as well. I think he had a good first season at United. And then basically, that second season, they were all up a shit creek, okay? Ollie put him out wide, Andrew, blah, blah, blah.
His last season at Everton, he had more goal contributions than games. That not many people can achieve that, bro. He played 35 games.
But look what he's done. Look, he's put Lautaro Martinez on the map. He set up so many goals for him.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys something?
Did you also see? Sorry, Marshall. Did you guys see the report where he was saying like he is determined to come back to Chelsea?
Was that just now?
Sorry, Chelsea are determined to bring him back. You know.
Yes, so that means if that's true, then obviously they've gone. Dortmund have gone. We are not selling Haaland this summer. No matter what you put down, we are not. We've already let go of Sancho. We are not letting go of Haaland.
Can I ask you guys something? I know we brought up the fact of having a target man when we were talking about the Pulisic debate and how that could improve the numbers of our wingers and stuff. If we bring in a Lukaku, because we don't really know if Haaland is really a target man, right? Do you think, because right now we did last season, we did a 3-4-3. This season, this off season, it looks like Tuchel is experimenting with a 3-5-2 with a double striker. Do you think if we bring in a Lukaku, then Werner will actually be able to perform a lot better with that being that second striker?
Sorry. You know what's great about him is that this guy, you can fit into a 4-3-3. You can have the 2 10s next to him. You can play off him. You can play him in a 3-5-2. You can put him next to Havertz. You can play him in a 3-4-3 as well. But like, it's very flexible. Like, with Haaland, it's the same thing. That's what makes him so great. Like, he's played in different systems, bro, and he's shined in every.
Yeah. Rodrigo, to answer your question, I think Lukaku. I think Lukaku is the one up front. Okay, Lukaku is the spearhead of this team. No matter what formation we play, he will be that centre peg in our team. Okay, whether you play 4-3, where you play 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-5-7-9, 8-5-Z, you know, double zero, you know, but it doesn't matter. What you're going to see, if we get Lukaku, you are going to see the ultimate best of Havertz this season, like you haven't seen him play before. Okay, Havertz thrives. He'll lead the team no matter what. Yeah, he will thrive having someone like Lukaku there who will take up all the distractions of both defenders, and he can run on and smash in a goal. It will be a little bit like, and I'm not comparing it at all, but it will give you your similarities, older Chelsea fans, to a possible Drogba Lampard connection. The way Lampard used to run off of Lukaku and score. But Kai Havertz, I think, has obviously got more techers than Lampard. But
techers.
He has. He's just a natural baller. Lampard is a baller and he worked on it. That's why I think Mount's a bit like him. He's not naturally gifted. He'll work on it. But Lukaku, don't turn your nose up at Lukaku, Chelsea fans. And if you hear another Chelsea fan turn your nose up at him, then they really, I wouldn't even engage with them, because it's obviously some type of an agenda they have. He has worked on his craft. Is he the best striker in the world? No. Is his first touch the best? No, but he has worked on that. If you've watched him in Italy, he has worked on it. And he can run with the ball as well. He can run powerfully with the ball. He's always done that.
Like I said previously, there is a reason why he was the player of the season in Italy over Ronaldo. It's not because of a bad touch, I'll tell you that. Yeah. It's not because he's overweight, I'll tell you that. It's because he's improved a lot. And Werner can play off him. And look, I'm hoping Werner does perform, regardless if we bring a good striker or not, right? I'm hoping Werner does step up. Take more shots, Werner, please. Because I feel like he's just too nervous to take those chances. He's thinking what's the best opportunity to score a goal, and sometimes the best opportunity is just trying to take an opportunity, you know. So I think just to bring it back, you know, I think Werner. I'll give Werner to January, because I am still very frustrated with the performance I saw. He got the assist; it was great and all. I was really nervous he wouldn't get it, but he got it. But I was still very frustrated with the fact that he, you know, it just wasn't there still. So I'm hoping he gets better, man.
You know how me and you and Andrew have said that his chances could actually cost us, yeah? If you bring in Lukaku, he'll be the one scoring the goals, and those chances won't be as harmful as they are if you have the clinical striker. Right? Well, not clinical. Yeah, exactly.
Pressure off him.
I promise you guys, like Haaland and Lukaku, when they come in and they take pressure off our front three, not only will the players have more assists around them, but they'll also come in with a lot more goals, because he occupies defenders in a way no one else does, because of his size and his physicality.
Yeah.
He opens the door for everyone else, bro. It's just it improves everyone else. It's a deal that just makes sense to me, man.
I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been an hour and a half, a good hour and a half as well. Thank you guys for sticking with us. And I know like the terrace is on and everything like that, but we had a good number of you in. you've liked and shared the video. We do appreciate it. I hope you get some more subscribers.
Yeah.
What we will do is we are scheduled to come back on Friday, sort of a mishmash show, get more call-ins. However, I think we have to make an agreement that if something breaks before then, like Lukaku,
we might just do breaking news. Something.
If Lukaku breaks,
Kyle will go crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can I end something with Timo Werner and it's shameless?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a full circle, Chris.
Right.
Circle,
It's gonna end with Timo Werner.
Go on, mate.
It's shameless, by the way.
Oh,
So,
good.
We don't expect much of you, Chris.
I haven't been shameless or
He hasn't
like
been
biased.
shameless, Kai.
I know. Good on.
This is
good
gonna be
on
my
Chris.
one thing to end with. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't witness it.
Right.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
Kai,
I think he did.
He's not been like a teenage girl of his favourite band, all right? He's not.
Oh, that's good.
No,
Go on, mate.
I haven't.
Go on,
Right,
mate.
without VAR, Timo Werner has 27 goals and 15 assists. So that would be a brilliant
Oh
season.
my god! All right, I didn't think you were gonna say that. I thought you were gonna say without Timo Werner, we wouldn't have won the Champions
Like
League.
that.
You know what, Chris? My expectations for you were low, but holy fuck, man! Congratulations. Bro.
And that's why Chris fits with us, all right? That's
Chris,
why
without my
fits.
girlfriend cheating on me when I was younger, I would have been a better man to a lot of people. Like that. Listen, it is what it is.
Oh
And
my
Chris,
goodness!
without me being a fat fuck, I might.
Slendz, but that's why we love you. We love you because you're the damaged fuck that you are, man.
Yeah. So,
At least
if
someone
it wasn't
does,
known
man.
before, it's known now. Chris is obviously a part of us.
Oh my goodness, guys! Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe, check out the Discord, check out all the links in the description.
Kai,
Slendz's
take us
channel
out.
too. Take us out, Kai.
Michael's channel.
Hey, people, follow us on Twitter, and all of us will be your friends, man. Not just me. Even Marshall will be your friend. Take care, people.